Hi, I'm Dr. Lydia Sitter in the Department of Audiology at KSB, and I want to talk to you today, first of all, to celebrate National Speech and Hearing Awareness Month. I want to bring awareness to you all about the importance of getting hearing testing done and to introduce and share some of the really new and exciting hearing aid information and technology that's out there. So first and foremost, the new hearing aid technology really focuses and supports what we call brain hearing. It's a new perspective in how Oticon, one of our hearing aid companies, supports the brain and healthy hearing cognition. So we focus on how sound is processed in the brain. The brain's hearing center comprises two subsystems, and these two subsystems work together inside the brain to help the brain make sense of sound. A good neural code is key to making sense of this sound. So if you think about it, when sounds reach your inner ear, they're converted into a signal that is sent to the brain. This is what we call the neural code. So our brain is actually what is hearing, not necessarily our ears. Our ears just send the sound to our brain. These neural codes help us understand the objects that we're hearing, what we're hearing, where it's coming from, and if our brain decides, yes, this sound is important to us, or no, this is something we can ignore. A limited sound scene can turn a hearing problem into a brain problem. So by limited, it's when, let's say, older technology is not letting us access all the sounds in our environments, or hearing loss in general is not helping our brains hear and access all of the sound. Downgrading input to the brain and failing to treat that hearing loss in the correct way can cause a variety of consequences, including increased listening effort, mental load, reorganized brain function, and accelerate cognitive decline, and actually shows brain volume shrinkage. We want to feed the brain the sounds that we hear so that we're not missing anything. And that helps keep our brain sharp. It helps keep it functioning up to where it's supposed to be. And so when we are not hearing properly, these brain problems can turn into real life problems. A limited sound scene without access to the right input can lead to these serious life problems. Some of you may have experienced these problems, such as social isolation and depression. When we don't treat hearing loss, we can end up avoiding social gatherings, family gatherings, some of our favorite restaurants, when we're unable to cope with these complex sound environments. We can also have things like dementia and Alzheimer's disease. The risk for dementia increases 5-fold for severe to profound hearing loss, 3-fold for moderate hearing loss, and 2-fold for mild hearing loss. So obviously, the big importance here is finding out if we have hearing loss and trying to figure out the best solution to help waylay that dementia or potential Alzheimer's disease. It doesn't mean that hearing loss is going to cause it, but it definitely can lead up to that or increase the speed in which that happens. We also can see poor balance and fall-related injuries. So untreated hearing loss can affect balance, especially if hearing loss happens on one side versus the other. It increases the fall-related injuries about 3-fold. With hearing aids or treated hearing loss, we can try to help prevent some of these, or at least decrease some of the big issues here. So changing our perspective about hearing aids can actually change lives. It seems silly. Most patients want to avoid getting hearing aids. They don't like them. There's a big stigma about them. But now, in the last couple years, because of this awesome technology that's out there, this stigma has really gone away, and patients are really loving their hearing devices. It's ensuring that the hearing aids deliver the right input to the brain. It's supporting the natural hearing system, and it's providing access to that full sound scene so that patients with hearing loss can enjoy the things that they've always, you know, been used to having as part of their lives. Family gatherings, good social settings, going to meetings, going to church group, and not having to, isolate or not go and function in these environments. Oticon, one of my favorite manufacturers in hearing aids, has really stayed on top of the technology and helps support the brain. They actually have the world's first hearing aid with an onboard deep neural network, which is what is listed there, DNN. And what that means is that they've trained these hearing aids with 12 million real life sound scenes. And it's the same way that the human brain learns how to hear sounds and how to know which things they want to hear and focus on and which things they don't. They're clinically proven to support the natural way the brain processes sound. So these hearing aids are really easily and well accepted by the brain. The more you wear them, the sooner you get them, the longer you wear them, the better off you're going to be in hearing and processing sound. They really have what we call more sound intelligence, and they've proven to give you that full sound scene and make it about 60% clearer, especially in comparison to competitor hearing aids. And I've used these on family members and tried and tested different brands, different technologies. This has by far been one of the most advanced and best hearing aids I've used over the last few years. And it's showing that patients have about 30% less listening effort. The sound quality is so much better. It gives you that clarity that everyone's seeking for without loudness. We don't necessarily need things louder. You hear the sound, you just don't hear it clearly, or maybe you miss the first couple words. It also helps make speech more intelligible. When you're watching television and you say, okay, I know what I'm hearing, but I'm missing some of that, or the music in the background embedded in the speech, and I missed that line. And so that's where patients are finding themselves adding closed captions. These hearing aids are going to try to help really give you that clarity, that word intelligibility, and they're faster adapting, especially in background noise situations. So you don't miss important speech sounds. You have better conversations in noise situations. You're not cutting out information around you just to focus forward on what you want to listen to, like in a noisy restaurant. The hearing aids really are made to make the sounds clearer, and they're utilizing the brain to help keep it sharp and help you just hear better in general. So I want to thank everybody for listening just to the updated technology. They're really advanced. We have a lot of new features in them, and we also add some of the older features. And by older, within the last couple of years, we've had rechargeability. We've had streaming to cellular phones. Most iPhone and some Android phones can actually function well with the hearing aids, alleviating phone issues when you have hearing problems. So definitely, if you feel like you're struggling, if you feel like you're starting to miss out a little bit, contact your primary care physician or contact our office, and we'll help you get set up with an appointment for a hearing evaluation. It also really has helped patients contact their insurance to find out that they may have hearing benefits. Some of the insurances lately have started to provide benefits either through Medicare Advantage plans or through just your regular private insurance. So more and more patients are able to be helped. So there's no reason to delay the process. Let's come in, get our hearing tested, and check out this new technology and see if we can help you hear better.